That's sick as fuck. Kevlar inserts, carbon exterior. This is fire. And it's the Dad Bod Guy, 1/4 of the Ride Squad. We're back with another video. As I got time to do them, I do them. Today, we are putting the last piece on this bike that I think I would have wanted or do want on this thing. Only other thing that's maybe gonna be added to this bike is wheels. Other than that, this is a completed project for me. The other portion of the project is just me getting better at riding. I wanna ride this bike to a really high level, and I'm nowhere near there yet. What we're adding to the bike is something I've added to just about every bike that I have. Except for trellis frame bikes, I don't do that. But on the twin spar frames, we do carbon fiber. And on this one, I did the carbon frame and swing arm. So let's follow in that tradition. We'll do frame and swing arm on this bike. The thing about having a bike like this color was only 2025. Yeah, I could get another R9, but it won't be this color. It kind of gives an exclusivity or a rarity to the color combos that you have. And this is the color combo I wanted above all color combos that this bike has. Yeah, the anniversary one looks sick, which is a base of this color, but it's not this color. None of the other colors of this bike make me want them like this color does. We're gonna put these frame covers on, swing arm and the main frame. The fact that it's carbon Kevlar on the inside helps me be a little bit more confident that there could be no punctures. So let's go ahead and get this on this bike and let's get to work. Swing arm is usually the easiest and quickest one to knock out. I do have two-side 3M tape and things like that. And that's how I've always installed these. This is the only one I was concerned with because of the chain guard, but pretty good. They've already got the cutouts. That's actually kind of sick. And I'm glad we're doing this while this bike is still new. There's no scarring or marring or any marks on the swing arm from any debris, anything kicking up. Fortunately, with jobs like this, it's not that demanding, so you guys won't miss much if I don't like step-by-step film this. So I'm just gonna get this knocked out real quick. The swing arm portion at least. I know the mid fairings are gonna have to come off for me to get to the main frame, so maybe I'll show a little bit more of that, but this one's gonna be real quick. That's impressive. That was quick. Loose on that side. Yeah. All right, perfect. You can hop up. Good deal. Got all of this completed. Like I said, I didn't really feel like filming everything. You do have to pull the whole mid-fairing wing and insert out and get it all in, but it's clean, man. It's good stuff. I really like it. I've got carbon fiber covers on, you know, like I showed all the main bikes that I ride, R6, R9, R1. The cool thing about it though is I go on a website and you got hella back order, you got the swing arm covers, no frame covers, or you got frame covers, no swing arm covers. But this company had one pair of both in stock. I went ahead and pulled the trigger to see, just to get it on the way. And the other cool part is keeping it the same thread. Oh shit, I didn't even realize you could see it up top here. I didn't even think about that. Woo! That shit looking good. But I was like, why is it shiny up there? I didn't even identify that that part went way up there. Kevlar inserts, which I think is really cool. So Kevlar inserts, and then the carbon outside. The thing that I did, I've got these 3M sticky pads. And when I say pads, they're really pads. They're, you know, they got a little bit of thickness to them, so they can absorb some impact if it ever happens, but I don't think it will happen. It's just pretty cool that it's on there super firm, and it has a little bit of, it's, you know, it's not super flush because of those pads, but it's got more than enough cushioning, shock protection if need be. Sick. Adds a cool little mix of something different on the bike. It just adds a little bit more extra flex, a little bit more extra premium quality on this vehicle versus one that's similar. This one, for me, this was the ideal color. Ironically, I would have changed the levers, but I really like how these levers feel. These levers feel incredible versus how they look. They don't look bad, but they feel incredible. Don't hate me if down the line I do get rear sets, because then you have the versatility going backwards and forward and up and down. So maybe that gets added, but other than that, this bike, as you see it, this is how I like it. So as far as mods go, we've got the clip-ons, we've got the windscreens, we've got the grips, we've got the tire setup, we've got the pads, we've got now the frame covers, we've got sprockets, we've got the air box, we've got the ECU, we've got full exhaust. Of course, I did this and I shared it with everybody that asked me about the headlights. It is just a switch. I came up with that little offering so that you could turn the center headlight off when you're riding during the daytime, because it looks really cool without having that headlight on. And it was just an Amazon link that I've been giving to everybody that asked for it. So a couple of other R9 guys have it. Yeah, 520 conversion, +1 in the back, attack rear link. We've got, I always forget that I have a tail light. I never see it, but I do have an integrated turn signal smoke tail light. A whole different design from having the original line. This one is the surround LED. Seat cowl. Grips need to be changed because they're getting smooth now. Litec bar end, or the lever protector for the brakes. I've got what I want. I got what I need on this bike. It's pretty much done in my eyes. Gotta ride it and rip. So that's gonna be it for this one, man. I'm getting out too, because you know what to do when it's out.